Sorry guys, it cut out again. I don't know why, it's just technology's not our friend today. I'm just going to carry on because we've got a lot to get through. So we have done that section. So if you're watching this, there is a first part to this. Where we've done the top stitching around this. So make sure you watch the first part and then this is the second part. Sorry guys, no way I couldn't have stopped that. Probably just realised though I could have just done both of these in without changing the foot. Never mind. Change the foot again. Should have done both my edge stitching bits together and then both my and then both my 1/4" foot. Never mind, I'm doing it the long way round. So there we go. Hopefully guys you're finding me again. I tell you it's like musical sew-alongs today. Okay, just keep hot on your toes to find where I am. I now feel like I've got this added pressure that I've got to sew even more quickly before the phone cuts out again for no reason. There wasn't even a phone call that time. Okay. That's that one. Put them back onto there. Okay, pop it back onto that stitch length, lining up the nice little outside plate of the 1/4" foot. Oh! I've lost my thread. He's jumped out of his needle. I'm going too speedily. Didn't have enough of a tail there. Okay, so lining up that plate with the stitch line, not with the edge of the seam. Along we go guys, and there we're done. So that's our top stitching done on both of our yoke pieces. It's very exciting because it really does look like jeans. You can see that, can't you? It will become like this. Okay, so I'm going to sort out my threads at this side, but I'm not going to sort out my threads on the other side because I can do that afterwards. Because I'm not going to be sewing that seam.
These ones will also be caught in a seam.
Can I be lazy? Let's leave them. Rosie says I can leave them. I'm going to leave them, guys. You don't need to see me tie more double knots. Just trim them off, but not too short. Okay, so now back crotch seam, guys. So we are taking, whoopsies, the two pieces, placing them right sides together, and this is our back crotch seam. So if you're ever looking at trousers, the front crotch will have a curve as well, but it won't be quite as deep as this because this is to allow for the bottom. So we've got also a pair of notches as well as the yoke seams. Now it's more important that the yoke seams line up than anything. So let's make sure that happens. And I would go so far as saying I'm probably not going to take that pin out, which is a bit of a risk, I know. I really don't want those to move. If you're scared of sewing over pins, you could just do a little tack stitch there because you want that to really stay lined up. You don't want that shifting. Okay, I can't, like literally, where am I? You know, I need to sew this with a regular thread. I'm not going to rush this time, guys. I think I might overdo it if I do. So I'm just going to spend time making sure I change the right things, because if I do it too quickly, you know, before I know it, I'll be trying to put a Kirby grip in the needle instead of a needle. There's a lot of chopping and changing. So let's change the needle. I feel like that's the one that I'm going to forget. Sorry guys if you've got technical issues with the screen. I don't know why that's happening. Hopefully though it will be okay on the recorded one. Taking that off, putting a regular foot back on. Trying to remember, thread the needle. I blame YouTube. It would be far less stressful if there wasn't having to keep restarting the video. Okay. Take some of those threads off. So we're now going to sew that with our 1.5 cm seam allowance, 5/8 of an inch. Yeah. We can reverse. Oh, no. I forgot. Guys, you need to remind me. I need to put the needle back to the middle position. Needle back to the middle position. Stitch length back to a regular stitch length. And away we go. No, I said I wasn't going to take that out and I've taken it out and putting it back in. I want to keep that. I do not want my yoke seams to suddenly move. There we go. Stitched over the pin, but it's fine. I'm laughing at I'm laughing in my head, I'm smiling out loud about this Sewalong. Fortunately, the sewing's going well. Okie dokie. So that's now stitched. We reversed at the start, at the end of that. We can trim off our threads. So we now need to press it, and we're going to press it to the right. Put it back on. There we go. Now, Rosie, just checking this is definitely pressing to the right as I see it now.
Yes.
There's some squinting eyes going on over there. I can work it out. We can work it out. We can work it out. Yes. This is what happens on live sew-alongs, guys. Once there's been a few little hiccups, you literally start, I start to self-doubt everything. That's what went wrong with the Sylvia. Basically just couldn't think about anything. Panic set in. I think what gets me is that people will watch this in maybe months to come when they're making this pattern. And I feel this pressure that I want to help them, not confuse them. Okay. That could have been pressed a little bit better from this side, but that's fine. We're changing again, guys. Right. Let's do it in a really good... So we're doing thread first. Do not let me forget to change the needle position. I think I won't because the needle will then go into the foot. So the needle will then break. So we're doing the thread. This is the last time I have to change it, guys. It's very exciting. I will not be changing a thread again on this sew-along. Changing the needle from my regular jeans needle to my top stitching needle. Okay, we've changed the needle. We now need to change the foot. We're going to go with the edge stitch foot first. Him. And now the needle position. The tongue has to come out. There's too much concentration needed here. And then the stitch length. Okay. So, we're now going to do our top stitching. We're going to do top stitching along the edge of the back crotch seam. So we're doing the first one right up to the edge. So again, that central plate in the edge stitch foot is going on the edge of the seam. We're not reversing. So it's a reminder for me, don't go into autopilot. I forgot to show you my nice lovely lined upness, that was super super perfect lining up there, guys, so I'm chuffed about that. Just make sure that your seam allowance is keeping mine's, because it's got some elastine in this denim. It is curling a little bit and he's misbehaving even though I've pressed him to the other side. He wants to come over for a party on that side. Right, now stay over there. You're not welcome on this side. Stay over there, Mr. Seam Allowance. Exciting now, it's really coming together, guys. See, mind out, that's got to go out the way. But look, also I have to show you this because I'm very pleased with that. In all of the dramas of the needle changing and the blooming YouTube changing, we've got aligned up seams. So that was probably because we kept the pin in, which is a bit of a no-no, but it definitely made it easier. Right, last seam that we're going to do together, guys. All I need to do is change the foot back to the 1/4 inch foot and then change the needle position, but I think everything else is exactly the same. Yes. Ooh, just get him started. So the plate of this, just a reminder again, the plate that's on the right side of this 1/4 inch foot is sitting right on the stitches. Now I'm getting a little bit stuck as I'm going over this seam join here, so just make sure you give it a little bit of a tug. Otherwise what will happen is, what I got a bit there, is your stitching is going to go really close together because it's not feeding through quick enough. And there we have it. We have done it, guys. In case it cuts out again, I will not start another video. We have done all the sewing now that we were going to do. The back stitch, the back is done. We've got one pocket on. We've got the yoke seam done and we've done all of that. So that's what I wanted to show you, is actually how easy, regardless of the changing of all the elements, how easy it is, because if you've got the right feet, it's so easy to sew straight and line everything up and make it look lovely. Also the top stitching thread really helps. So as I was saying, you do need to secure that. So you can do a bar tack. I'm not going to do that now, but you could do a bar tack. So that's why in the kits we give you the same colour thread as the top stitching thread, so you could do that bar tack. And I've got a bar tack sample example here. There you go. Or on the actual jeans. There we go. And if you've got, and just to show you what a rivet is, you could just put a rivet, so one of those, and the top back if you wanted to. But you do need something to give that extra strength and support. So there we have it, guys. We managed to get to the end of what I was hoping to do. I want to say though that there is coming up a very specialist class on how to sew jeans that will be coming up on Stitch School. It will be out next month. Rosie and Becca have been working incredibly hard on that and have sewn some probably less confusing lots of videos on all the elements, because obviously I've just touched the surface today on some of the knowledge that will help you with jeans sewing, but in this online class there will be so much more. So watch this space, that's coming soon to Stitch School next month. Right guys, I'm gonna go have a lie down or have a stiff drink. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be back here next month for a live sew along with our newest pattern next month, but I will be back on a pre-recorded video for my makes video probably sooner, and also our tea and a chat, so you'll be getting more of me soon. Bye guys.